Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tiny Brains podcast. I'm Kevin Joyce, CEO at Tiny Brains, and with me, as ever, is Peter Graham, the Brigadier of Brains at Tiny Brains.
Oh, hello all.
So, what we do on this podcast every week is we take a look at the top stories in XR from the previous week, and today we're starting with an interesting one.
Yes, Google last week hosted a TED Talk for TED 2025, and they showcased their new AI glasses. AI, partially maybe AR glasses. Now, these are a pair of glasses that they have shown. They showed them last year at I/O, and they were very, very basic back then. These new ones have been more refined. They've been minimized a lot more, but they are still, as Google says, they are conceptual hardware. So they're not anywhere near a production ready design. Naturally, though, they're showcasing Gemini, their AI model, and they're also on them was a full color HD screen, which was rather nice.
This is something that we've talked about a lot on this podcast with AR ramping up speed in 2024 and 2025, in that there are a lot of AR devices out there which are purely auditory, and a screen is another step. Um, Having a full color HD screen is a leap. It's not a step, it's a leap. So this is impressive. This is also, if it were to launch today, you could probably remortgage your house and not afford it. It's this is far away, in my opinion, from being anything at consumer grade, but it is a necessary step nonetheless.
Yeah, exactly that. They are going down the lines of rivals like Meta Ray-Ban. You know, it's got a camera in it, it's got microphones, it's got speakers, that sort of stuff. But it's the inclusion of that color HUD that is the most impressive part of it. And we're likely to see, Meta and other rivals come up with those events. We have seen Orion from Meta, and again, these are all prototypes, so these are still years down the line. But yes,
Stepping
it's great to
stones.
see. Yeah, exactly.
We'll
And
get there.
at the same time, Google showcased the Samsung XR headset as well, which is actually arriving this year.
You mentioned Ray-Ban, Meta Ray-Ban there.
Yes, I did mention that a Ray-Ban Meta, and that's a nice little segue into our next news piece. And this is a news piece for us in the UK. No, we don't, oh, yeah, yay. We don't often specifically focus on one country, but for this one, we thought we would, because when the Meta launched the Ray-Ban, they've launched them worldwide, but over the last few months, they've been implementing more AI features into their smart glasses, particularly in the US. US gets all these features first. Finally, the UK gets a bit of love, gets a bit of the old AI smart glasses love. And so we've had new functions like the look and ask, which is probably the biggest function that the glasses can do. These are the things, you'll look at something and using the camera, you go, what is that? Look at a monument and it'll tell you what the monument is. Look at some food and it'll tell you what it is. And that's one of the biggest features. The other big feature is translation. Go to a foreign country, look at a menu, don't know what it says, and it'll translate it into English. It's only t text at the moment, but eventually Meta plans on implementing actual voice translation as well for certain languages like French and Spanish.
As someone who travels fairly regularly, especially to Eastern countries where I don't speak the language, and has a fairly limited palate, this is quite good for me.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's a good feature, and it bolsters that feature set the smart glass stuff because they've been, as we've reported before, that they've been selling very well. So it makes them even more better value for money.
Indeed, indeed. So all gravy, all good. AR, come on,
Woo.
we're getting there. We got another story now about a game. Is it a game? I don't really know what this is. REK Robot Fighting.
Well, this one is a a strange one. It's part game, part real sort of robot fighting. Do you remember Hugh Jackman's Real
I
Steel?
was about to say, is this a Hugh Jackman movie we're all in?
Well, I don't think Real Steel wasn't the best film in the world, but it looks like this is getting like a real live version. It's called REK or REK, and it's going to be a VR robot fighting game where you can, yeah, punch each other as robots. The twist is that the creator is actually making real life physical robots that you will eventually be able to fight. Well, not everyone, only the best of the best. So, bit of a backstory. This project is from Six Live. I hope I said his name right. He was the co-founder back in the day of a live streaming tool called Live, and he also helped create a VR fitness tracker called Yurt. Now he's been doing lots of he's an entrepreneur in XR and he's been doing a lot of stuff. This is his latest project, and REK is the game is due to be coming out this year as a free-to-play title. Like I say, the twist is that what players that are playing REK, the ones that are at the top of the leagues, will actually get flown out to a location where they'll have robots set up, and he has been showing a lot of these robots on his social media at the moment. So
I
you
was
can,
about to say, if you follow this guy on Twitter/X, you can get quite a bit of insight into how these robots are functioning.
exactly, so that it's not some hyperbole. And the idea is that you'll be able to each two of you will be able to fight as robots, real steel style.
It sounds amazing. Let's hope he pulls it off.
Sounds very science fiction, and the robot fighting is supposedly on track to also launch this year. We'll wait and see how this pans out because I'm quite excited if this actually turns into a real.
Yeah, good luck, Six. Sounds amazing. We hope you can live your robot dreams.
We can
Do
all live our robot dreams,
what's the line? Do androids dream of robot sheep?
something like that. Yeah, yeah. Electric sheep.
Oh, that's the one. Thank you. Right, moving on. More gaming news. And this one's a bit of a sidestep.
It is indeed. So, you know that Meta and Xbox have been fairly in close cahoots for quite a few years now. You can, if you've got a Game Pass Ultimate subscription, you can stream cloud games from Game Pass. And even Nvidia, has GeForce now, and you can stream movies that way, for games that way. A new feature that has just arrived is Xbox Remote Play. Now, Xbox users may already be familiar with this. This has allowed them to stream games from their own Xbox onto their mobile phone. Well, Microsoft have updated the software and allowed more devices to essentially use this streaming service. So that if you're on is essentially any device that can, pretty much any device that can get a browser. So you're looking at like Samsung Smart TVs, Amazon Fire TV devices, and Meta Quest devices. So now you can stream from your Xbox to your Meta Quest headset your library of games that are on your Xbox. Simple as that.
So I've been a Game Pass subscriber for many years, and I've used the cloud gaming service for many years. It's not perfect, but it does function almost as you would hope. If you're talking about, online first-person shooters where millisecond controls or Street Fighter or whatever else, where millisecond control inputs are vital, this isn't the service for you. But if you're talking about like turn-based strategy games or something similar, this is a pretty good service. I'm still not a massive advocate of the whole, oh, I've got a big screen in my VR. That really doesn't sell VR to me. But for people who do, people who enjoy putting the VR headset on to play traditional games on a big screen, this is a great addition.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Again, it's additional functionality, isn't it? So if you want to be able to do that and you have a MetaQuest headset, visit xbox.com/remote play in the Quest browser, and you'll be able to get yourself set up.
Yeah, you can sign in with your Microsoft account, your Xbox account, whatever it's branded as, and yeah, your library is there. Now, the library, to my understanding, is still limited. It's not every game you own, but I think is it like 150 or something they've got already.
I think so, around that.
So yeah, give it a try. Let us know what you think. And rounding off this week, we have yet more gaming news.
Woo! So this is a game that arrived for MetaQuest and PCVR back in December, and it's called The House of Da Vinci VR. The new news is that PlayStation 2 owners will be able to get their hands on it. Play-
PlayStation 2 owners, Pete.
Oh my life!
Showing your age here.
Yeah. PSVR 2 owners will be able to get their hands on it on the 1st of May. This is
So
an
yes, this is a game. Sorry.
I was saying this is an escape room game.
Yes, this is a game that was quite popular when it launched on Steam VR, and it's also on Quest, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. But Steam VR in particular, I remember it was very popular. One thing to note is that there is no Da Vinci in it. It is taking inspiration. It's a puzzle game, as Pete said. Yeah. It's popular, and it's coming to PlayStation 2 apparently. But it's also coming to PlayStation 5 for PSVR 2. So yeah, check this one out on 1st of May.
Yes, brilliant.
Thank you for watching, everybody, and we'll see you all again next week. If you've got something that you'd like to be talked about on this podcast, please feel free to reach out to us any of the methods below. Thank you. Goodbye.